You're watching the Sports and Political channel of LB. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Let's get down to business. So, this particular video, we're going to talk about the events that transpired last week in the funeral of Tyree Nichols. Now, I watched that funeral. I was highly upset about that funeral. And the thing that got me upset was that there were people who are in positions of power that attended that funeral. They have the power, they have the ability to do something about it, but they choose not to. And that funeral, to me, turned into a self-congratulatory theater where you have all these bourgeois, these boule bootlicks grabbing the microphone and congratulating each other, but nothing got accomplished. Nothing got accomplished. Biden promised a police accountability commission, or PAC, and what happened to that? He kicked that can down to Congress. Congress took that can and threw it in the trash. Then we had the George Floyd policing that. Kicked that can down to Congress. Congress took that can and threw it in the trash. But they're doing all this work. What's up, Day Love? Salute to you, my sister. But they're doing all this work, though. Now, I talked about this on my backup YouTube channel, but I believe in the power of repetition because I believe you have to consistently hear things over and over and over and over for it to register. Now, some people have this thing the way they can listen to something one time and boom, they got it. But other people, you have to let it keep going over and over and over again until it is clicking. And when I think about that theatrical performances that Kamala Harris and Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton, who I hate thinking he can channel his inner Dr. Martin Luther King with that mountaintop sermon. For those of you that may not be aware, right? The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King on the night before he was assassinated, he had the sermon about climbing to the mountaintop. And Al Sharpton used that for his self-promotion. I'm going to climb to the mountaintop. I'm going to climb. I'm a mountain climber. That's the kind of thing that he was putting out. I'm a mountain climber. What's up, 7-8? Shout out to my boy 7-8 Sports TV in the building. Salute to the general. That was his best. Yeah, it was his best speech. Unfortunately, nothing's going to come out that speech. Unfortunately. So let me get this straight. Between 2009 and 2014, Al Sharpton went to the motherfucking White House 63 times. How come in those 63 trips to the White House, we ain't got nothing? We ain't even, he got a biscuit, he got some birdseed and all this other stuff, but we ain't got shit. Black community ain't got nothing, man. I mean, Al Sharpton, man, that dude's the clown. Him and his little underling, Tamika Mallory. Because Tamika Mallory was sitting up there talking this shit about, oh man, sexism is worse than racism. When we was going after Kamala Harris for the stuff that she was saying, right? for the stuff that she wasn't doing for the black community, she gonna sit up there and talk this shit about, oh man, I can make an argument that sexism is worse than racism. Really, woman? How can sexism be worse than racism? So let me get this straight. A woman who ain't qualified to hold a political office is worse than people who's been beaten, who's been raped, who's been pillaged, plundered, who had all kinds of laws. Because if you really think about it, the laws of this country is built on racism, right? Racism towards black folks, right? So, but that's worse than a woman who ain't qualified to be in political office getting called out on her stuff. What's up, Unique Dawn? So I was like, I mean, this when I when I think about it, it's a whole clown show. That thing was nothing more than a whole clown show. I have the transcript right here. So we're gonna break down this transcript of the stuff that he said. What's up, RG Titan? Salute to y'all. Yeah, because you know Al Sharpton's a mountain climber. In a sweeping eulogy to Tyree Nichols on Wednesday, the distinguished Honorable Taste the Biscuits, Reverend Al Sharpton, drew parallels of his death, Martin Luther King's death, to the biblical Joseph of the hands of his brothers, and recalled Dr. Martin Luther King's death in Memphis, making a new call for police reform legislation as Dr. King worked for change in the same city. Now, this is the thing about that. Anytime someone tries to, get in front of this police reform, who always gets in the way? The police unions. And considering that Kamala Harris was a former prosecutor, you think she gonna do anything as far as like police accountability? When she was dirty at one point or another as a prosecutor out in San Francisco? No. Don't expect that to happen, right? A lot of your politicians that's sitting in the House right now were former lawyers. Some of them guys were former military. Hell, some of them guys were former JAG officers in the military. These guys know the law. So don't expect them to do anything. We just got to keep putting that pressure on them. Because see, they won't come down to where we're at. They won't. They'll sit up there in those churches, and that's why I got a problem with a lot of these reverends out here. You reverends out here, y'all sit up here, don't blame the church. Yeah, we gonna blame the church. I heard one pastor this morning talk about, oh man, there's this decline in church members and church attendance, and you can't blame the church. We absolutely can. You know why? Y'all keep letting these foxes in the hen house. Y'all keep letting these people who be doing devil's work in the house of God. So, yes, you guys are part of the problem. I ain't afraid to say it. Now, this bubblehead Taste the Biscuits pastor, Reverend Al Sharpton, spoke at length. Street rat turned activist, touching on themes of perseverance, anger, and remembrance of Nichols, whose police beating death has sparked a national outcry because, let's be honest about that. We had a public outcry 2 years ago. Whatever happened to that? We just got a whole bunch of symbolic gestures of a whole bunch of politicians inside the House donning kente cloth and taking a knee. What the fuck is that going to do? How the fuck is that going to solve the issues in the black community? Or let's just have George Floyd's family attend the damn a White House visit and have some Marine open the door for her daughter. Get the fuck out of here. That cost them nothing. The family of Tyree Nichols going to the Capitol for the State of the Union address on Tuesday, that cost them nothing. Maybe an airline ticket, maybe some food on the way up there, but at the end of the day, it cost them nothing. That doesn't fundamentally change shit. then you got the Reverend highlighting the passages of the Bible because, see, they like to pick and choose what quotes to pick out the Bible to weaponize their little talking point. Will a man rob God? I know a man can rob me. I know that much. Yeah, because anytime it's time to pass the tithing and offering, hey, will a man rob God? You got to give your tithes and offering. All right, so let me ask you this, Reverend. Why is the floor leaking? Why is the roof leaking and the floor creaking, and yet you rolling around town in a brand new Escalade? Why is your church nice and foundation steady, but yet the hood around you ain't? Because the hood around you is full of crime, pestilence, poverty, and everything else. Some of these cities out here look worse than the cities in the Ukraine, and they get tens of billions of dollars out there. The Reverend highlight the passages in the Bible where Joseph's brothers plotted to kill him and leave him in the pit to die. That's what Sharpton's low MO to chastise those 5 black brothers. Well, they ain't brothers. Them 5 black samples out there who did white supremacy's bidding. But I'm going to climb to the mountaintop. You let that taste the biscuits motherfucker tell it. I'm going to climb. I'm a mountain climber. So he goes on to read the 37th chapter in Genesis and what have you. But I'm going to skip through all the bullshit and we're going to get to the good shit. Right? Salute to all y'all in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, share these videos, and if you want to donate to my Cash App, PayPal. Right? So, we're not asking for nothing special. We're asking to be treated equal and to be treated fair. And like they marched and boycotted and went to jail for 9 years for the 55 Montgomery bus boycott to the 64 Civil Rights Act. Hey, Al Sharpton, were you there for Bloody Sunday? Because y'all took Bloody Sunday last year, that event where you had a whole bunch of black folks going across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. They were getting their ass whooped from pillar to post. That was John Lewis. Remember the late John Lewis, who was representing Atlanta, and Atlanta wasn't shit then, and they ain't shit now. No thanks to that greasy ass motherfucker. Anyway, they're sitting up there talking about we shall overcome. Meanwhile, you got police officers taking nightsticks and we shall overcome. That type of shit going on. Y'all took that incident and made it into a situation where y'all are holding hands and skipping across the bridge like Dorothy going to see the wizard. What the hell is that? Y'all taking black issues and making clown shows out of it. And it's disgusting. And yes, people are mad. People are pissed. Why do you think I got on this shirt? Thanks to Deontay Wilder. Why do you think I got this shirt on? Well, Reverend Al, you don't understand. How are they going to keep crime down in the black community and at the same time not be tough and rough? Well, the same way they're doing on the white side of Memphis to keep the crime down without being rough and tough. How do you have the same department that can keep crime down on the side of town without beating folks to death, but you can't do it on the other side of town, that you can get away with it there? I can't speak for everyone in Memphis. I can't speak for everyone gathered, but for me, I believe that if a man had been white, you wouldn't have beaten him like that on that night. Okay, Al Sharp, then you get 1 point for saying something right. But that don't change the fact that you a goddamn sellout. You, that mushmouth crump, that Sheila Jackson Lee, that Keisha Lance Bottoms, what the fuck she doing out there? Oh, I know what she was doing out there because she had a similar situation in Atlanta with the Memphis police chief. For those of you who may not be aware, that Memphis police chief was running a similar situation in Atlanta called Red Dog. Red Dog is a acronym that stands for Run Every Drug Dealer Out of Georgia. That was the Red Dog unit. They said that they did the same exact thing down in Atlanta. Now, she ended up getting fired for something different. Matter of fact, Sarah Davis, I did a video about her last week, but for those of you who missed the video, no thanks to YouTube not sending out notifications, Sarah Davis was fired because she tried to cover up a child sex abuse investigation. Hold on. And one thing about these sellouts, they throw other sellouts under the bus. Because of all people, I heard it from ex-sheriff David Clark. Because when that Supreme Buck Dancer was on TV, frothing off at the mouth on Newsmax, he spilled the whole beans about this woman. I was like, whoa, really? All right, bet. I'm about to look this up. And sure enough, she got fired. What's up, Stephen Brown? She got fired in Atlanta in 2008 for alleged involvement in a sex crimes investigation into the husband of an Atlanta police sergeant. Two detectives accused Davis of telling them not to investigate Terrell Marlon Crane, who was married to Sergeant Tanya Crane, after the police department obtained photos of him with underage girls. A federal grand jury later indicted Terrell Crane on child porn. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of child porn, and the indictment was issued after the Atlanta police took no action in the case, and a subsequent investigation by the city pointed to Davis as the reason. She was demoted from major to lieutenant before being fired from the force that she had joined in 2008. But hey, you let a lot of these dimwits out here tell it, hey, policemen, they're upstanding citizens and all that, like they don't cover up crimes. Big old cover up. Oh, and by the way, that Red Dog unit, that got disbanded in 2011. Now let's go back to Al Sharpton's diarrhea of the mouth. You see, when you have John Lewis talk about, I spilled my blood, Shelma. I give a little blood on that bridge of Shelma. You have John Lewis doing that, and you got that old decrepit motherfucker that used to be in Baltimore. What the hell was his name? What the hell was that guy's name? He dead too. Elijah Cummings, that's his name. Elijah Cummings. He was another one. He talked more stuff about Dr. King. Talked about, yeah, we about to get down. We really about to get it now. So this what else he said, right? That big bubblehead Al Sharpton. When we went to the mountaintop, I believe that when he looked over, he could see a Barack Obama becoming president. Really? I believe when he went to the mountaintop, he could look over and see a Kamala Harris sitting as vice president. Really? I believe that when he looked down from the mountaintop, he saw black police chiefs. He didn't expect you to disgrace them. He expected you to bring us on the promised land. That's why he's still marching. What's up, Yusuf Knight? Yes, I've got books out. Yeah, I got a TV show. Yes, but I'm a mountain climber. I'm not going to stop till I get to the mountaintop. But see, that's the thing. When you get on that climb up to the mountaintop, there's going to be casualties. When you get up to the top, not everybody can be at the top. There can only be one person at the top. This is how you know this is some self-service, self-congratulatory promo that the distinguished, honorable bootlicking extraordinaire put on in front of the congregation. I'm a mountain climber. I expect stumbles to come my way. I'm a mountain climber. You could disgrace me. You could discredit me. Yeah, I discredit you and that National Inaction Network. Al Sharpton, you're a clown. And you've been tasting the biscuits for far too long. Oh man, I could go on all night. But I'm gonna keep climbing. I'm gonna climb until Tyree Nichols gets justice. And this when the unsuspecting congregation got up, started clapping, saying, "Yeah, yeah, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Lord, yeah," that kind of shit, right? It's all theatrics. Because at the end of the day, nothing has fundamentally changed. Nothing. There's all hot air and smoke and mirrors. I'm going to climb until Tyree Nichols gets justice. I'm going to climb until Eric Garner gets justice. I'm going to climb until we change these laws. But all those people that you were shouting out have the ability to change those laws right there. So what y'all gonna do now? Y'all gonna blame Republicans? Y'all gonna blame your schedule? You gonna blame the fact that, oh man, we had that one Ukraine, we had the Ukrainian president coming around like a crack fiend asking for more money. What else? What's up, Monterey Moore? Right? It's all theater. It's all theater. Then what else he say? What else he say? We are mountain climbers, and God before us is more than the whole world against us. He walks with me. He talks with me. That's like the default Reverend sermon right there. When he sit up there talk about, they'll sit up there and, Al Sharpton or his perm, whatnot, is sweating and all that, you know what I'm saying? So his perm is down here and his head is up there. He's like, he walks with me. And then he'll turn his head this way with his perm down here and his head up there. Oh, he talks with me. He tells me that I'm his own. He's been the food when I was hungry, water when I was thirsty. He's my rock. He's my rock. He's my sword and shield. And you had them people, yeah, woo, yeah, let's do it, baby, yeah. Get the fuck out of here. It's all theater. Y'all sit there and talk about, man, we need a call to action. What happened to George Floyd? What happened to Breonna Taylor? What happened to Ahmaud Arbery? Did we forget that happened just 3 years ago? Matter of fact, the 3-year anniversary of Ahmaud Arbery's killing by them two inbreds is approaching. We had Gregory and Travis McMichael. So what God you serve? Huh? Because how much longer that you're supposed to be this activist and yet ain't nothing being activated, except for the perm that dark and lovely that's in the back of your head. And how you got on dark and lovely, you still great. That shit not working. You buying expired dark and lovely from Family Dollar, Al Sharpton. Why are you still great if you buying dark and lovely? Do better than that. So we had Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Oscar Grant, Philando Castile. Those guys don't matter either, right? Walter Scott was shot 8 times in the back by Michael Slager, and that just happened to be in my hometown of Charleston, South Carolina. That's where I grew up at. Walter Scott, a retired Coast Guard service member, was running away, and Michael Slager pulled out his gun and bop, 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 bop. the back. 8 fucking times in the back. As he was running away. And if it weren't for a camera, they would have covered that up. And he would have gotten away with that shit. So, or even the white supremacists who went into Emmanuel AME Church. What's up, J-Rod? Went to Emmanuel AME Church, opened fire, killing 9 people, including the senior pastor, who was also the state senator. And then you had Peyton Gendron going up in Buffalo, New York, with an automatic shotgun with all kind of racial epithets on it, and he thought he was on Call of Duty, opening fire, killing 10 unsuspecting black folks in that goddamn. So where's the accountability in that? You don't get shot dead. The police didn't kill those 2 motherfuckers. Matter of fact, with Dylan Roof got Burger King. Not only he didn't get holes in his body, he got Burger King. Now make that make sense. Hey, before we take you in, hey, would you like a number 1 with bacon? Sure, officer, I would like a number 1 with bacon. That's how they treated Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof ain't in the box. Pitt and Gidron in the box. Matter of fact, they treated them with the delicacy you would treat an egg after you first get out the refrigerator. Goddamn, what's that motherfucker name? What's up, Kim? My sister Kim in the building. What's that motherfucker name? Kyle Rottenhouse, that's his name. Kyle Rottenhouse went to a town he didn't live in to protect property he didn't own with a gun he not supposed to have, and he shot and killed 2 people, injuring a 3rd. But hey, when he encountered those police officers, did they drop him on the ground? No, they actually helped him out. Then when you go to the trial, you had the defense attorney coaching that bastard when he's on the stand, and you had the judge before that helping him pick his own jurors. Where they do that at? Only in America, right? Only in America where you have that kind of bullshit going on, right? Because see, black folks can be victimized, black folks can be redlined, blockbustered, fighting the same war as these white folks out here, but we can't get the same kind of benefits for fighting in the same war. Remember World War II? And yet, the people who can do something about it refuse to do something about it. Then they want to bring their stinking asses around our town talking this shit about, hey, vote for me. I'm not voting for you at all. I got better things to do in my time. Shit. I got chicken to fry. I got fish to bake. I got potatoes to put in the air fry. I got all kind of stuff I'd rather be doing. Hell, I'd rather be walking around my motherfucking house bucket naked with my dick out before I take my ass to some elementary school with a roof leaking and the floor creaking and some lady with dentures that's detachable give me some I voted sticker. I got better things to do than do that shit. I'm not clicking my name for no motherfucking Bama that's gonna that's gonna contribute to my personal demise. Fuck out of here. That bastard ain't not one time pushed for reparations. Not once. You hear Al Sharpton running his mouth about reparations? Hell no. You hear anybody? Would it be that idiot Sheila Jackson Lee? That other buffoon? Benjamin Crump, that peanut head mushmouth? That mother, you hear him talk about reparations? Hell no. I just want to say to everyone that I appreciate y'all for coming out here today, and here, Reverend Sharpton, here the names of these activists out here that contributed to us being here today. That's the kind of shit that we were subjected to. Some self-congratulatory promo session. Hey, vote for me. I'm running. And then come Tuesday, while the family of Tyree Nichols is at the State of the Union address, what we gonna get? It's gonna be more of the same. I'm gonna watch it. Because I'm gonna see, if they gonna talk about reparations and all that stuff. And don't worry, hey, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm calling it. I'm calling my shot. Y'all. I'm going to old nigga Jim Clapper, fish fry, whenever the fuck that is. Hold on. Since I got my goddamn phone, let's see when that goddamn thing is. Because I'm getting kicked out that motherfucker. That's right. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to the damn old nigga Jim Clyburn fish fry. I'm gonna get kicked out that bitch because I'm gonna ask this old greaseball having ass about reparations. Hold on, let me see. Jim Clyburn fish fry. Fish fry. World famous fish fry. Now mind you, nobody outside of South Carolina know about the fish fry, but it's world famous, right? Get the fuck out of here. Nobody in Angola know about that world famous fish fry. Hold on. When that shit is. The date ain't been announced yet. That date hasn't been announced yet. But don't worry, I'm going to be there. I don't care what day it is or when it is, but I'm going to be there. That's right. And you and I, old nigga Jim Clyburn, we going to talk. That's right. So if you think you're going to bring your old decrepit ass on there and talk about and cuss me out when I ask you about reparations or have one of your white stooges come confront me, you got another thing coming. We about to make this bitch go viral. That's right. We about to make that bitch go viral. Hey, Jim Clyburn, hey, what's up with them reparations? Man, why y'all fuck with me about the reparations, man? You need to talk to Shooter Jackson, man, John 40. Yeah, I could wipe my ass with HR 40. Cause see, man, look, y'all gotta know theater when you see it, man. These motherfuckers ain't done shit. If they wanted to do something that would have been done already. That's that performance. If Oscar nominations were a thing for Butter Biscuits, Al Sharpton and Kamala Harris and all these other motherfuckers would be a shoo-in. Because that was an Academy winning performance that Al Sharpton and old nigga Jim Clyburn and Benjamin Crump. Yeah, hey, that was oof. I couldn't have done it better myself. No theater when you see it. All them dudes, Al Sharpton supposed to be some influential member, and yet Biden cussing them out during the recording when he first got elected. Did we forget about that? The NAACP president, he was on that call. All them dudes was on that call. All the members of the Congressional Black Caucus was all on that call. And they all got cussed out by Biden. Not only we didn't get what we wanted, he told us we had to work with the Latinos and all that. Right, Black and Brown Coalition, that thing that don't exist. Right? Right? But that's the kind of shit we subjected to. We get talked down, we get walked down, get the reach around and everything else. And we get nothing. Meanwhile, all these other people who don't deserve it get it. No theater when you see it. If they got some prepared speech on their cell phone and be like, today we are gathered here for the, what's that name again? Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. What's that name again? His name is Tyrese? Tyree? Oh, so we are gathered here for to celebrate the life of Tyree Nichols. This was such a blatant killing by our own people who is supposed to watch us. And I just want to say that I and very, very sorry. If someone got to read from some cell phone or read from some prepared statement by one of their handlers or whatever like that, it's pretty disingenuous. Because see, if I don't have to read from some teleprompter or look at some phone or look at a paper to be able to articulate my thoughts in real time. I don't have to do that. Them dudes were on code with each other. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were plotting this game plan right before they walked in. So no theater when you see it. No political theater when you see it. And that's all I got for now. I'm going to cook my dinner. So if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. If you want to donate to my Cash App, PayPal right there on the bottom of the screen. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the LDBC Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. Hey!